Hey guys, welcome to the Small Time Critics podcast. I am 1/3 of Small Time Critics. My name is Moe.
Mohammed Hashi.
Kim.
Mark. Yes, Mark. Mark is here again. We love it when Mark's here. Mark's going to help us review some of these things that we're going to be talking about today. But as you can see from the title of the video, for this one, we're going to review the first 2 episodes of Loki. Only 2 episodes out so far, right? So, yeah, let's get started. But before we do that, I always forget. We just need to do this quickly. Guys, do all the YouTube stuff, you know? Like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up with some comments. Hey, flood the comments if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Say anything. Cuss us if you want. I don't care.
We've got some
you know what I'm saying?
smart
Just
people in the comments
go
section.
to the comments. Yeah, I know. I like when the comments come through, you know?
Salient points.
I like to read them. Someone recommended a movie the other day from the Sisu review about a Norwegian, I think it was Norwegian or Finnish war movie. They said if you want to see a realistic one, and then they said the
I
name.
put that
of
on
it.
my watch list on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I said thanks for the recommendation. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you know.
My apologies. I was turning off my phone.
Outrageous.
I turned off my phone.
You're professional.
Outrageous.
Okay, my bad.
But you're
Let
my boy
me
today.
just turn my iPhone 15 off. Pro Max.
Ooh, okay.
Apple.
I think everyone's bougie today. All right, guys. But yeah, hit the bell so you get notifications for when the videos are coming up so you don't miss anything. Guys, episode 1 of Loki, Ouroboros.
Can I just ask, the first 2 episodes were released at BFI or LFF last week. So how come we had to wait 2 weeks? Why did they not release two episodes?
The reason why they did it at the festival, so it's kind of a similar runtime to a movie, I guess. So
okay.
that's the reason why they did it. So it makes it worth it to actually come and watch it at a festival, film festival kind of thing. That's the reason why. But again, I was similar to you. I thought they would drop the first 2 episodes at the same time, kind of thing. It would make sense.
I missed it when I was watching the first one. I honestly thought I'd missed the second one. And I just couldn't find it. And it just hadn't been released.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you guys know, the boys got like press passes to London Film Festival, and there's going to be videos coming out regarding that. So you're going to see their review on the film festival. It was about 2 weeks long?
3 weeks.
3 weeks long.
Yeah.
Hashi's tired, guys.
I'm
Hashi is tired. 8 a.m. movies he's been watching. But yeah, did any of you guys watch Loki in the festival?
No, I watched it at home.
I watched at home. You, Hashi?
At home, yeah.
At home, yeah.
I just couldn't find it in me to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
we had
the film festival is demanding though, isn't it?
We
It's
had-
like there's a
we had-
lot, right?
We watched 2 great movies that day. And
We watched
unfortunately
Outride, the Bike Riders, and then The Killer straight
The Killer,
after.
yeah.
So yeah,
Beautiful.
we just didn't get a chance to do it.
which we cannot wait to review on the pod.
Oh, can I just do a quick shout out? It's nothing too major. Hannah and Hannah from the LFF Support Fund.
Yep.
Thank you. We love you guys.
It's
Why
2
not?
people called Hannah.
Hannah
Yes.
and Hannah.
Hannah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Both individually amazing. Thank you very much for the assistance and helping us sort of get there. So giving us the opportunity to actually get there and just sort of network and talk to people.
Incredible human beings, yeah.
Explore. But it was amazing, and obviously for giving us the opportunity, we really do appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys have told me how helpful they've been as well.
Yeah,
you know,
really
so
helpful.
Thanks, guys. But yeah, first episode, Ouroboros. Overall thoughts. I'm gonna go with you, Mark.
Well, I mean, I wasn't a fan of the Loki series 1, so I wasn't overly keen on getting into this. And I watched it, and to be honest, it was okay. I was a little bit bored because it just didn't hit me like
Right.
it should. Like most people, because I know a lot of people were excited for this, and I watched it, and I haven't brought myself to watch the second one. I just haven't wanted to. It's just there wasn't enough because before the first one, at least it was a little bit different, and it just seemed like all they've done is rinse and repeat. It feels like they've brought nothing new to the table, which is a shame. And he's like the god of mischief,
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of mischief. It just seemed to get one joke, and they stick with that one joke for the entire episode. But the the guy from Indiana Jones, the little kid,
Kihi Kwan.
That's it, yeah.
Shout out for Kihi.
Yeah, I tell you, he made that episode.
Same, yeah.
That was perfect casting.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
That was perfect casting,
Yeah.
really.
And he was really funny. If it wasn't for him, I think I would have turned it off earlier.
Quick question before we go to these guys' overall thoughts: is it Loki you're not really a fan of? Is it a story or is it like time travel?
I think it's just a story because I like the way they brought Loki back from Endgame.
Yeah.
To do these, I thought that was genius. But then it's almost like they've squandered an opportunity here. It just seems like there's a bit like the rest of the Marvel TV shows. They've got these big opportunities and they've got these big actors coming in to do these roles, and they just seem to be giving them crappy storylines, and doesn't seem to be interesting enough.
Could it,
for me?
Could it obviously could it be because of like obviously we had the writer strike and the actor strike? Could it that been part of the issue?
Was this one affected by it? I'm not sure.
I think so, because there was a lot of talk about it, like because I know there was a lack of showrunners for a lot of Marvel projects.
Yeah.
They redo it and they fired the whole cast or
on Daredevil. That's right.
On Daredevil,
Yeah.
is it the cast or the
crew?
All the writers.
Yeah,
all the writers.
everyone got fired.
They
so
rebooted the reboot and hadn't even been aired.
there
yet.
you go. So could that be? Because personally, I don't agree with everything you're saying, but I understand. Because I'm looking at you thinking, again, you need some sort of, when you're saying it's the same thing, but it's a story being told. They need some sort of consistent continuity to what's being told already.
I get that, but I just want more from it, because it is Loki. When you watch him through 4, not the last one, obviously, we skip that. The first couple, and then you see him in the Avengers. You see him in the Avengers films.
Yeah,
I mean, brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just captivating on TV and on the cinema, and when you watch it at home, and it's just you can't take your eyes off him.
Yeah,
but with this, I don't know. He's just like watered down. But I was just so disappointed with it. Even with the many Lokis, you just think, oh.
For the longest time, he was probably the best villain up until Thanos.
Yeah.
In the Marvel universe.
Totally.
I
He was
agree.
interesting,
Yeah.
and Tom Hiddleston that brings a kind of charismatic role to Loki, and it just seems like they haven't got. It's just my personal opinion, obviously, but to me, it doesn't seem like he's captivating me enough.
But can I ask, because like we have a Loki in obviously the Loki series. We have a Loki who is finding himself. He's not the Loki of old. Obviously, the Loki of mischief. There are a few sort of instances within the new series that like he's been tempted or he's been sort of poked to become the old Loki, but he's trying not to be that guy, and he's seen the light. So again, I hear what you're saying, but I think it's a story that needs to be told, because you can't jump, in my opinion, you can't jump from Loki being Loki and then get to a point where he's realizing, because bearing in mind, he's realizing what him and what's her name? Sylvia did. Sylvie. It's basically the less of two evils. So he's not essentially good, because he's still wanting to choose a path where it's still sort of abhorrent, like in purging these branches, was essentially get dunning off these branches, pruning these branches. Yeah. So I get what you're saying, but I think it's a story that needs to be told. So because of the whole reset, because when Kang got unalived, it sort of reset the situation. So it's going all the way back to the beginning, because when he comes back to the TVA, he's jumping between the past and the present.
See,
he still has to.
But without going into too much, what's your overall thoughts?
He's basically saying his overall thoughts, but keep going.
So when he gets back, I think there needs to be. We need to have this. We need to have this period where like he's now reintroduced himself to Morbius. Is it Mobius in the future and stuff like that. So obviously he jumped in between, and then the way how it works with Ouroboros, and he had to, when he went back to get give the information, and then now in the future he has the information. I thought that was brilliant.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that scene was great. They're like having two conversations, but they're both parallel. The effects of it are happening at the same time. Like he's just like, "You're gonna need an extractor," and he's like, "Oh wait,
we got one.
We got one right here." And I was like, "Oh, that's just so good, man." And the way Ki Kwan acted out was great.
Theoretically, if it were possible to time zip with the TVA, how might one remedy that?
Well, first off, one temporal or extractor. Actually, do have an extractor here. One temporal or extractor.
But yeah, Hashi, go. What are you saying?
For me, the first thing, obviously, the opening shot of the whole thing was Jonathan Majors' face as Kang.
The statue.
And I'm thinking, yo, so they're gonna go with him then. That's the first thing I saw. I was like, wow, they're not gonna replace him. That was the first thing I thought when it happened. But again, I think I really like Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I always have. I think his performance is good here. But guys, there was a lot of jargon and a lot of exposition happening and stuff like that, and that's kind of it was kind of a real slog to watch, and I think that's probably the thing that kind of like pushed back on the most. again, I think overall, like, Loki was my top 5 show of that year. It was in my top 5. That's how much I liked the first series. So I really had high hopes. But again, it hasn't grabbed me yet. And again, I'm going to give it as much chance as I can because it's only 2 episodes. It has more runway to improve than any other show because of how good the first season was. Obviously, Ahsoka, the first 2 episodes weren't to my liking then, and then 3 and 4 are really good. So again, same thing could happen, kind of thing.
Well,
so
what they could have done was they could have done a series dump or half, and given us more than just 1 episode to go by, and say given us the first 2. Then that may have been a bit of a bigger hook for people like me that are kind of on the fence, and that now the first one didn't hit me as well as, and then I had to wait another week, and I was like, do you know what, I'm done.
I think that would have been a great idea. The half a series
so
dump.
I was a bit disappointed that they didn't do that, and I don't understand their thinking why they didn't do that when they have done it with so many other series.
How many episodes is it going to be? 6 or 8? Do you guys know?
It's going to be.
But while he's checking,
6.
Okay, wow.
While he's checking, I don't want to sort of. In fact, you know what? Let me ask later because it's going to be kind of like a jump. What was you going to say, man? In regards to
first episode, I actually quite liked the first episode. I thought the pacing for it was pretty good. I thought I didn't mind the exposition personally.
Everything on Ki Kwan was like fantastic.
Yeah,
that kind of made the episode for me. And for him to obviously his name was on the episode, of course, so it made sense that he's going to have such a prominent role in the episode. But I thought his introduction and stuff like that, and just his characterization is very, very good.
Can I ask, is that a residual sort of? No, seriously, is that a residual effect from
it's a
everything?
Fair question. Yeah.
Everything all at once?
Is everything everywhere all at once canon now?
Ooh, that's a great question. That is a great question, man.
That's a great question. I think it kind of is, man, because like
it's kind of crazy.
A lot of aspects of the film now are gonna get copied, are gonna get like, you know what I mean, like commodified and continually like used and imitated. Right? You know what I mean? So
but the craziest thing, everything everywhere all at once was sort of, it paid homage to the Matrix. So a lot of what we're getting from the Matrix, from everything everywhere all at once, is from the Matrix, but yet we're paying homage to
everything everywhere all at once from Loki.
Instead of like saying, you know what, Matrix did it first and everything.
But to be fair, Matrix is one of the most important films in
100%.
So 100%. It does get the hype it deserves.
Did you get the Matrix from everything everywhere all at once? I didn't see any sausage fingers in Matrix.
We've got our clips later.
You're never going to let that one go.
No, I'm never going to let that one go.
Oh, can I ask a question though? Quickly. If we had to change Jonathan Majors, who would you change it to?
Ooh.
Idris Elba.
Get off him.
Idris Elba.
Just get off him.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's a good one, man. I would give it.
Think outside the box if you need to. It doesn't have to be a black guy.
I think because. See, I'm thinking of a black guy.
There you go.
I've got my answer.
But this is the thing, though. I think because of the way his he acts with his eyes and his facial expressions and stuff like that, I would go with Daniel Kaluuya, you know.
I thought about that, but he's already been in Marvel. That's the only issue.
Oh, he's in Wakanda.
Wakanda, bro. He's one of the tribes.
Oh, you would kill me, my love.
Yes.
I love that.
Oh.
Yes.
The guy with the rhinos.
Yeah.
Without question.
I love that. So yeah, I wouldn't say him. So for me, I went with, obviously this is like off the back of the back of the Book of Clarence. I'll say Michael Ward.
From Top Boy.
Yeah.
Serious.
He needs to bulk up though.
No.
Does it don't.
He has the intensity.
But you
No,
don't think
again,
they need to be physically imposing as well?
No,
Jonathan Majors is a big guy.
There you go. You're referring to Jonathan Majors. It doesn't have to be Jonathan Majors.
No, I get it. But
Kang is not normally that big.
I feel you. But because we've seen someone play Kang as Jonathan Majors, if it goes to someone that's like not with the similar build, I don't think it would work for me.
Yeah.
I think Michael Ward's acting wise, I hear you. But I need him to be physically imposing as well.
My other answer, I'm afraid, is another black person. I was going to say...
I said I'm afraid.
Because again, you're saying think out the box,
yeah.
Right? I was thinking Lashana Lynch, but she's already been in the Marvel...
As a Kang.
Miss Marvel.
Who's
Lashana Lynch.
Rambo, isn't it Rambo?
Yeah.
Rambo, what's her name?
The mum?
Yeah.
Not the one in the Marvels.
Yeah, it is. Thing Rambo.
She was in the first one.
There's Monica Rambeau and then there's the mum.
Yeah, her mum.
The mum you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, she was in James Bond as well.
Yeah, got That's interesting.
That's a good shout. You know. What about you, Mark?
I don't know. I was thinking Ian McShane.
I thought he was going to say Idris Elba, but I'm okay with
McShane.
I think that'd be brilliant to see.
He's so shit.
I know, but that's the thing. That's the thing. He's so good. He's just got that. He has got that intensity. You know.
Al Swearingen from Deadwood. I love that.
I was going to say Henry Cavill. He's got the size.
Oh,
he's got the size.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
and he can play a villain. We've seen
he
him
can.
Yeah,
he done it in Mission Impossible, didn't he?
That's good.
He's a big fellow as well.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
He can hold.
Oh, I could throw a spanner in the works.
Round of applause, guys. Round of applause.
I could throw.
Hey, Cam.
I take that. But can I throw a spanner in the works though? Kano. Facial expressions.
I like that. I'm with it.
Nah,
I'm with it.
Kano, when it comes to facial expressions, yeah.
He did well.
I can see him playing a great villain. I mean, to be honest, I can see him playing a great villain. I think he needs something bigger than.
What do you think about Pedro Pascal?
You know what? Pedro can't do any wrong for me at the minute, you know.
Pedro can do.
He could do no wrong, and he could play a really good villain.
I think he could do it.
See it.
You can't see
no?
it.
Can't see it. No.
He can do all that.
The thing is, because the problem is, he's now my Joel. I can't see him as anything else other than Joel or the Mandalorian. That's it. Every time if I hear his voice now, I can't see it. I see him for me. It's come on, Joel, don't do that.
Isn't it funny? He's played two dads in two major TV shows.
Crazy.
Sorry,
we're completely.
Yeah, no. I was just about to jump back in. Ki-Hee Kwan, Ouroboros, and
what a name, by the way.
Yeah,
amazing.
Ouroboros. OB, I love it. I like it.
Ouroboros.
But he calls me OB.
Yeah. I call him OB. That's like a nickname I have. Yeah.
That nickname.
Okay.
OB.
And
speech now.
When he was doing the shutters, like, could we move on? Go from there?
Yeah.
I love the fact that he was willing to just close the door on Mobius. Yeah. Like. I love him. Like, he can't do any wrong.
It's kind of cool. It's like three.
Yeah.
And then he's like, sorry, man. I tried.
It's almost like he looked away. He's like,
It's like, I tried to help, man. But, no, I think they did well with that, like, to make it seem like, they're running out of time. Because in this, like, because I had a thought of, like, he could be lost in time. And then later on in the season, they might find him again. So this plan might not work.
You know what? Sorry, I got that. You see when you went, yeah, I like that because that's what I felt. Now I understand. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Who pruned Loki?
That's my question. Yeah, that was my question.
Go on.
I think it was Loki.
No, but he was looking.
I think
Loki.
I think Loki. Loki.
No,
let
Mo cook. Let me cook. Let him cook.
That was in episode 1.
Episode 1, yes.
Yeah. Let him cook.
We saw who pruned him.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. He looked at Sylvie when she was opening the elevator, right? And she said, there you are. And then someone pruned him, but you could see the prune stick from behind.
There you are.
I thought it was Sylvie that did it.
No, you can see it from behind.
No, it's behind. Good.
She's still trying. I think that scene is in the final episode of the season, and I think a version of Loki pruned that Loki so that version can come back.
Do you think he was teleported to the future?
Something happens.
He saw him reappear in front of him,
and that Loki knows that this Loki needs to be pruned to go back to Mobius and whatnot. But I think it's Loki that did it, basically.
But can you occupy the same space in the same? No, I want to give you your flowers. I never thought of that.
That's so smart.
But can they occupy one space at the same time?
Because he keeps on splitting, so it makes sense. It is possible, actually.
And the other question...
Because the time slipping didn't make sense, right? Yes. They said, how can you time slip even in the TVA?
Exactly.
So I think that anything's possible at this point. Yeah. So and that's kind of my issue with time travel as well. Time travel stuff is like... I feel like you can get away with so much. And I think it's unfair. Yeah,
that's what it feels like sometimes.
Do you reckon we're going to tie this in with Spider-Man?
In what way?
Because it's the same way, is same sort of time slipping and
people were saying that the glitching is similar to how he was. Yeah, I mean, by the way he was glitching, it really did look like a hurt.
It looked like a hurt. It looked like a hurt.
I have to say that was one of the funniest things in the
elevator.
He goes, actually no, I can't look at it. It is horrible. It is horrible.
The lady.
Really?
There was a great one where they're in the elevator and he goes like, I can't, and then he just pans to
what do you think?
That was so funny.
It just disappeared. I know, and I can't keep looking at it because it's horrible. What? I thought you said it didn't look that bad. I was lying. it's terrible. It looks like you're being born or dying or both at the same time. It's freaking me out. It's really painful.
It's not that bad. I can handle it.
How does it look?
For me, like episode 1, going back to episode 1, I really enjoyed. Episode 2, I had issues to the point I actually had, whether it's conspiracy, I thought a lot of it was done using AI. Especially the editing.
All right, so shall we move over to that? So episode 2 is called Breaking Bad. Mm-hmm. So Kem, you can keep going.
No, it's just again, there's a lot of stuff in it. It's just for me, again, maybe it's by design, and there's a lack of coherentness for us to sort of piece it together because of the time slipping and everything. Could make sense, but at the minute, I'm like, that's why I agreed with Mark. If they gave it a bit of a dump, it would make sense so you don't lose certain people.
More context,
yeah. So with the second episode, it was all over the place for me, and I was trying to piece it together, and there was just no reference point I could really piece together to make the story link, because there's one bit where they were out. Obviously, Ouroboros was closing the door, and it's going to be collateral. I mean, it's going to be absolutely disastrous if everything went to pots and they haven't fixed it and all sorts. And then the next episode, they went back to the past to get the guy from the movie.
Yeah, that.
Like,
by
there
the
was
way,
nothing there.
Shout out to that guy. I'm gonna get his name in a second, but he's from Blind Spotting. That movie, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
I think he's a great actor. That guy. He's
he
really
is.
good. I think it's X5.
Yes, X5.
X5,
Yeah, but your issues with episode 1 are kind of my issues with episode 2. I feel like it has so much exposition and things like that.
Yeah, again, it's a slog to get through it.
Right. I didn't have that issue with episode 1. Usually I don't have those issues with first episodes of seasons, because it's kind of like, okay, let's see what they're going to try and do for this season. And I'm kind of with it. And then if that second episode is thing, then I'm like, okay, maybe this is not doing that well. But your issues with episode 1 is what my issues were with episode 2. I thought it started out cool with Loki and Mobius chasing X5, and finally they showed Loki's powers more.
Yes.
That, which I was so, like, the shadows holding that guy. But I thought that was so creative and things like that. And we don't see his powers much.
But then how are you going to chase him, do all that chase him, then use the powers? Again, continuity was
they longed that scene out, didn't they? Yeah.
Could it for the sake of timing and just it's sort of like filler.
Maybe.
Hash, I actually want to hear your opinion, because obviously you're not a fan of it. Like, do you have the same issues that I have in regards to there is no sort of continuity from that point where everything was going to absolutely collapse to the shutters, and then the next episode is like, okay, we know something's in the background, but the way in which they were acting towards this madness going to explode, like basically the end of everything, and then it's like, okay, we just go back and chase.
Obi is working on it though, isn't he?
Yeah,
but Obi is the one saying like, it's serious.
Yeah. But do you think because this show's based around time travel that they're going to revisit and fill those gaps in later on?
That was going to be my point. So that's I was trying to give the show a bit of rope in that regard, saying, okay, maybe it's going back and forth because of the whole kind of time travel aspect. But also, I think, like, going back to what you're saying with all the exposition, it kind of like exacerbated the issues I had with episode 1, because like I had to pause it a couple times because of just how much.
2 or 1?
2. I had to pause it a couple more times then. Because it was just so much of a slog. In regards to the set piece where we actually saw Loki use his powers, I really like that. I like the fact that Mobius was talking to a wrong Loki kind of thing, and then you see him, reveal that he was literally off camera. Again, I did like that. I want to see more of that kind of stuff. And again, I think if we see more of Loki's power, he is obviously the man of mischief, as they say, the god of mischief. Sorry,
his powers are cool, man.
His powers are so cool. We want to see more of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's an OP guy, and if he can use his, because he could really, really go against Kang.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, I don't know about that, but sometimes the power levels in these shows, I don't really get them.
No, they dim them.
And then they elevate them. It's strange.
Sorry, Mark. Before I don't. But one thing I want to say in regards to the powers, the TVA when Kang was there, was obviously it had some sort of power dampeners, so no one could use their powers. Now Kang's gone, he has the ability to use his powers. So maybe could that be something? Because obviously,
so that was a thing, right? Yeah. Because when he started using his powers in the TV, I was thinking to myself, I swear you couldn't use it before. I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I thought he had a collar on.
No, not
See,
it weren't just that,
see, now
because
I'm
even the time slipping. He said time slipping shouldn't be a thing in the TVA. On top of before, you couldn't use your powers.
Was he able to use his powers in season 1 in the TVA though?
No,
he wasn't. Yeah,
no.
Okay.
Even when the collar came off.
Yeah.
So that could be a thing. So obviously, Kang not being alive could be the result of.
Again, I've definitely felt the fact that, like Kim was saying before, there's been a change of the showrunners, because we had like one, I think it was Jack something was the season 1. Be good for us to find that out at some point for the next episode. And then obviously season 2 is a completely different team. So
I'm gonna try to find it, guys.
Yeah,
that's why I'm on my phone.
But again, it's like I just didn't get, because season 1 had like a certain kind of like tone and a pace as well. Whereas this season kind of like really fast in some aspects and then really kind of slows down, dumps a load of information on the audience, and it just, I don't know, it just slows it down too much.
That's why I think they've missed a trick there, and they should have just done a season dump, because there's no need.
They will never do that with a
out.
Marvel show, because they're going to always, because the Marvel is such a huge brand, and it's too important to Disney's overall bottom line. They're never going to put the whole thing on at once.
It's a shame though, isn't it? Because I mean, if you give everyone everything all at once, then you'll get more audience, and people will be talking about it for a lot longer for the right reasons.
No, I disagree with that. I think if it's a week to week, you get more of a conversation. It can hold the audience and the culture for longer. If it's a show of quality, though,
that's what they want. They want it to always be trending every week, isn't it? Like after every episode and stuff like that. I get it.
It could be bad though. I mean, do you really want your show to be slagged off week on week?
Yeah.
Or like Secret Invasion was.
The problem with week to week, every episode needs to be on point.
Yes.
That's the thing. And if it's not, how does it go?
Yeah.
But I just want to talk about Obi-Wan. He's like, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. I don't know why I find that so funny, because he's loud about it, but his actions are just like, yeah, kind of like, we're all gonna die. Yeah. And then he's talking to the guy about, oh, you wrote the TVA handbook and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll sign it for you and all this stuff. But so they need Kang to they need his temporal aura to get the doors opened. So they're gonna try and find, or unless they have missed minutes to override it or whatever.
Yeah. So this is
they need to persuade her.
Yeah. This is my question, guys. Like,
how are you gonna persuade AI?
We're back to AI again.
Back to AI again. I hate the most.
Yeah, go ahead.
So do you reckon? I don't know how they're gonna do this. Obviously, Kang's a huge kind of figure in this. Is Jonathan Majors gonna come back this season?
I hope he does.
Listen,
I can't see him coming back into a Loki series.
Let me tell you something, Cam. If they do like he only shows up in the last episode, I'm going to be fuming.
They've already filmed a large portion of it, haven't they? Because they did it before all this stuff come out, alleged stuff come out. Yeah. Oh, well, if it's true or not, I don't know. But it's looking good for him.
But he needs to come in this third or fourth episode. He needs to come into that. Not the last episode,
like an Anakin?
man.
Is it like an Anakin?
I'm gonna be upset if that's the case. We still need to see Renslayer as well.
Yes.
Like there's, I don't know, like how they're gonna do.
There's only 4 episodes to go.
Yeah, and these episodes, like when I look at the runtime for this stuff, it says like 50 minutes, but these episodes are like half an hour.
Yeah.
So you need to do something, man. I need to see them. So I don't know.
It's crazy. Again, that's the reason why we're getting so much exposition, because they're trying to fit so much into 6 episodes. And it's not even really like the runtime. I think the last one was like 48 minutes. Like you said, it's really a half an hour.
Yeah.
Because it's all credits.
And also the way they talk about, like, even when he went to see Sylvie in McDonald's. Which was funny. Like, are they sponsored by like?
It must be.
Is there like product placement?
Yeah. Okay. That was the post-credit scene, wasn't it?
Bro, the next episode there's a lot. Like, Mark hasn't seen the next episode yet, but he's called us talking about it. But the next episode there's a lot of McDonald's in there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an egregious amount.
Yeah, there's a lot of McDonald's.
She works there.
She works there. Yeah.
What? Yeah, Loki works at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With perfect product, it's crazy.
Oh, product placement is amazing.
Yeah.
Big M behind her.
Huge.
She even stood out the way so you can see the M arches.
Yeah.
But I love how X5 was just like, can we go now? Like, we to go. And then to finally find out why he's so eager to leave is because, remember in the first episode, X5 was talking to one of the people from the council, and she said, we need to find out what happened at the end of the time. She's using her little army to blow up the timelines.
Oh, that's why they all went into the door.
The
door.
door.
Hundreds of them with bombs.
Yeah, because they were saying all this for Sylvie, and then it's like, I don't buy it. Do you know what I mean? B15 said that.
Yeah.
X15.
No, B15, the lady.
Oh, yeah.
She said that. So in the end, they blew up all of the branches. And it ended on a somber note and whatnot. But I guess I just don't feel the ramifications of it. And also, when he had that discussion with Sylvie and he's talking about like, what if all of his other variants come? They made that always seem like, oh my God, this is like the biggest, the worst thing that could happen. I need to feel that.
Yeah,
I need to feel that.
Yes. And even with blowing up the other timeline, for me, there was no visual reference apart from a bloody
them going through a door and the lines.
The line is like, I say it didn't do it for me. It didn't show me the
ramifications.
The ramifications.
Yeah.
You see, and yes, some of them are saying, oh, who is it? X15.
Which one are you?
The lady,
B15.
She was like, I can't believe there's so many people, billions of people.
Yeah.
I don't feel that.
I hear you, yeah.
But what is the ramifications of them not pruning these timelines? What will happen?
It overloads.
And then you're going to get, eventually, you're going to get Lokis on every single timeline, every single branches.
Yeah, but
I thought it overloads and then everything just ceases to exist.
No, I thought, no, because he said, the one who remained in the first series. Yeah. The reason why they're pruning branches, because if you allow them to sort of go out, you are eventually going to get other other Kangs. Yeah, eventually other Kangs. Right. So that's pruning these branches so it doesn't branch out to get other Kangs. Yeah. And that's why he kept on pruning the red line. So that's why that's why the TVA is there to prune it. So there's no other Kang. So when he died, he said, "Oh, I'll see you soon," because there's going to be eventually other Kangs. Every timeline is going to have a Kang.
But now that the TVA B15 Mobius understand that we're actually people that have been taken out of that, to them it's like, oh my God, these are people now and stuff like that. But for us, it's just kind of like, I don't see. I'm just seeing, like you said, I'm just seeing lines disappearing on the screen and stuff.
I think they need more references.
In that case, then, the urgency was that as soon as they hit the red lines, bang, you got a Kang. And there were hundreds of branches that went past beyond them, quite a long way. Yeah. And nothing happened.
We don't know yet.
But if they blew up all the lines, that technically means that the Kangs either went with the lines or they've managed to get into the TVA
somehow or somewhere. Yeah. Fair enough, because you still get the Council of Kangs anyway. Yeah. I think we need to. Can I bring it to a closing?
Yeah. I just want to ask one question before you go. Is Loki a hero? Is he an anti-hero? Is he an anti-villain? What is he now? He's an anti-hero now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not a full-on hero now, yeah?
No.
He's in the grey.
Okay.
He's back in the grey. I mean, we've had that arc where he went to good, didn't he, before?
Yeah.
And now he's back.
Yeah.
That's my issue. I mean, we've seen that arc, and now we've gone back to the arc, and it's just
I think we need to come to terms. It's a different Loki now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a different Loki. But Kem, go ahead.
They should have brought back. They should have brought back Crocodile Loki. I mean, I would have lived with that. I could have lived with that. I would have been quite happy to see Crocodile Loki.
That's funny.
Fair enough. Obviously, trying to close it up. Last question is obviously just a quick question. Where do you think we go from here? Mo's already said his what he thinks. Where do you think we go from here? What would hook you from here?
Getting Kang at the end of episode 3.
3? You want him that early?
I want him that early, bro.
What about you?
The start of episode 3.
Wow.
I want Kang.
I think Kang needs to come soon, because the first season we waited in the last episode to see him,
and he captured me.
Yeah.
He really
was the best part of that finale.
100%. 100%.
And
hopefully we see Kang.
Oh, one more quick question. I wish I watched season 1 before season 2 started. I didn't get a chance to. But why does Sylvie not like Loki?
It's not like she don't like Loki.
But like Loki's like, I know I'm the last person you want to see, and she's like, you're right, and stuff like that. But like, why am I?
She was trying to, because I think they kind of had a weird connection.
Yeah, like a
love connection with himself, and it was he tried to make her do something that she wasn't comfortable with. Not that in that way. Rephrase that. Hang on, let me rephrase that. Hang on. He was trying to talk her down from killing Kang.
Kang, right?
So then she pushed him through one of those door things.
Yeah.
Shut it, and then that's where it stopped. And I don't think.
I still don't think it's valid, though.
I feel like her anger for him is just so over the top.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's over the top.
Yeah.
But look, hopefully we get Kang soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back for the rest of the Loki episode reviews, guys. If you enjoyed it, give us a like, comment on the video, and like I said, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when the videos are coming. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm feeling about Loki. But yeah, guys, we'll see you soon. Peace.